Vale, estamos, parece. Sí, deberíamos estar. Vale, perfecto. Vamos a continuar con el de Witcher 3, ¿vale? Directo número 19. Mira, tengo la marca de la cicatriz aquí todavía. Y nada, ayer terminamos lo que sería el primer DLC de Hearts of Stone, ¿vale? Terminamos con toda la historia de Odín, del señor este del espejo. Y la familia von Everett y todo esto, ya lo acabamos ayer, vimos los distintos finales que podía tener la historia. Y nada, vamos a continuar ahora con el segundo DLC de Blood and Wine, ¿vale? Que lo empecé hace un par de días. Y ya está, como era como de misiones más avanzadas, era pues eso, misiones de nivel más alto, pues decidí dejarlo un poco de lado. Hicimos el primer DLC y ahora vamos a retomar el segundo, ¿vale? Que si lo recordáis, pues viajamos a la región esta de Toussaint, ¿vale? Un mapa completamente nuevo, con criaturas nuevas. Y bueno, pues nos había llamado la duquesa de este territorio para pedirnos ayuda, ¿no? Para resolver unos asesinatos que estaban teniendo lugar en Toussaint. Y descubrimos pues que el asesino que estaba detrás de ellos era como una especie de vampiro. Y ya está, que él decía el vampiro que estaba haciendo los asesinatos porque era como una obra de arte para él. Y, y ya está, ¿no? Un poco el contexto de lo que sucedió, ¿no? Entonces vamos a hacer... tengo ya la zona, lo que es bastante explorada, ¿vale? Estos días pues he explorado lo que viene siendo toda la zona, ¿vale? Creo que no me he dejado ni un solo punto sin explorar. Como veis está todo... Está todo ya explorado, está todo looteado, ¿vale? Creo que tengo todos, bueno, seguramente me falta alguno, pero tengo muchos puntos de viaje rápido, ¿vale? Y he estado haciendo también misiones secundarias, ¿vale? De ahí que tenga esta cantidad enorme de dinero, ¿vale? Y nada, he estado haciendo las misiones secundarias así menos importantes, ¿vale? Las que me quedan, estas son todas del Wind, así que me la suda bastante. Y de las misiones secundarias que quiero hacer en directo, ¿vale? Que no he querido hacer fuera de cámara. En primer lugar, visitar a Jaume en la carpa médica, que si recordáis es el soldado este que quería cazar a una criatura para impresionar a una chica, no sé si era la hija de la duquesa, no sé quién, pero bueno, quería como hacer un acto heroico, ¿no? Y pues al final siempre le salía mal, teníamos que rescatarle. Y si recordáis, la última vez que estuvimos aquí en Toussaint, pues como que se enfrentó a una criatura de estas que es como una especie de armadillo, de erizo raro, ¿no? Se peleó con ella como en un coliseo, en una arena. Y bueno, pues tuvimos que ir a salvarle y acabó por lo visto herido. Y tenemos una misión que es ir a visitarle a la capilla médica. Entonces me he dejado esta para hacerla en directo porque creo que puede ser importante o relativa a la historia. Luego esto es de Wind, así que esto nada. Y luego tenemos la misión de Afronta lo desconocido, que si recordáis, Jennifer nos mandó una carta pues diciendo que teníamos que explorar unas tumbas, ¿no? Del cementerio para seguir un rastro, ¿no? Entonces, pues también le he dejado esto para hacerlo en directo, ¿vale? Vamos a empezar ahora con lo de visitar a Jaume en la carpa médica, ¿vale? Por eso estoy aquí en esta zona. Y ya está, vamos a ver qué sucede.
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. Vivienne shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivienne emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly...
mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
Notice any other strange behavior? Additional symptoms?
No, Vivienne's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk, that she's wont to suddenly disappear.
Nothing unusual about any of that.
Vamos, tiene pinta de que es algún hombre lobo quizá, o no, mujer lobo, o algún vampiro, a lo mejor alguna cosa.
Sound you heard. She might have just had a sore throat.
Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up your precious time.
Tell me more about Vivienne. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivienne spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivienne, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
This tourney, how's it work exactly?
It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to face off for the grand prize. And more importantly, for glory. A demanding test of knightly prowess in horsemanship, marksmanship and fencing. I qualified for the first time, had great hopes of winning. Yet...
Yeah, I get it. Anything for Vivienne. Hardly a regular job, this. Not often I gotta take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand? Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivienne.
Meaning?
Could you show me how you shoot, ride and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Roach could use some wind in her mane. Let's go for a ride.
Come with me. The tourney's race differs from others you might have taken part in. You shall not ride against any opponent.
How's it a race at all, then?
It's a race against time. The true track begins in the arena, runs round the tourney grounds, then finishes again in the arena. The training track, however, lies beyond the arena. We shall go there now.
At last, Trampana! Wisdom!
The famed witcher from the north!
Doof! Vom Fendi!
All is ready. Now listen, for it can be quite the challenge. Along your route stand dummies and targets. The dummies you may cut with your blade. The targets you must hit from your crossbow. The time you have to complete the course shall increase each time you land a strike, be it with blade or bolt. It may sound simple enough, yet I've seen many a knight fail this contest and hang his head in shame. During the race proper, judges throughout the course shall tally your points. For now you may ride unperturbed by those matters.
Pegar a objetivos con la espada en el caballo no es nada fácil. Joder, espera, voy a mutear el móvil. Siempre se me olvida mutearlo. Vale. ¿Le he dado? ¿No le he dado? Vale, esto con la ballesta. Me preocupa, ya digo, un poco dar los objetivos con la espada. Me parece fácil, pero no se controla muy bien. Suficiente.
Had enough. Rather not wear my horse down before the real race.
Where to now?
Entrenamiento de puntería, por ejemplo.
Time for some target practice, I think.
Come with me. The marksmanship contest shall pit you against another for the best time and score. He who hits all his targets first wins.
Hope my aim's as good as that Cupid's who shot you.
Sometimes when you speak, I miss the meaning entirely.
Pastime with good company.
The gods have
I
sent
love
the
a
beast
child.
as punishment for our sins. We have ceased to succor our ancient tradition.
Hit the red targets.
¿Qué tal si no guardas la ballesta, Gerald? ¿Ya está? ¿Qué queda? ¿Tengo que darle otra vez? ¿Qué queda? Ah, coño, que... Joder, no lo había visto. No lo veía.
Once more?
Suficiente.
Done enough shooting.
Where to now?
Vale, combate creo que no hace falta practicarlo.
Trained enough, I think. High time we saw to your Vivienne.
She's not mine. Not yet. Now you must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good, but your scrolls must be in order.
Vale, ve a la carpa de inscripciones y apúntate en el torneo.
Loth half-breed, Starling Strachan, Philibert Fourfingers, all dead. My, oh my. Est flows in the...
Greetings. Want to join the lists?
Naturally. We must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your personal history in its heraldic aspects.
Really? What did you come up with?
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia,
What a surprise.
or as the Honorable Ravix of Forhorn. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of 2 crests. Which do you prefer?
¿Por qué iba a querer ser Ravix de 4 cuernos?
Ravix of Forhorn? How'd you manage to dig that up?
Here in Toussaint, we treat heraldry very seriously. One visit to the Ducal Archives. That is all I needed to acquire the necessary information. Ravix of Forhorn was the name under which you attended a feast honoring Princess Pavetta, daughter of Queen Calanthe of Sintra, on the occasion of her 15th birthday.
That's actually right.
Vale, no sabía ese lore. Pero vamos, como ya era el de Rivia, supongo.
I'm Geralt, not about to fight under a false name.
You may now take the shield bearing your crest.
I'm a Witcher. Shields aren't something Witchers ever use in combat.
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your participation in the tourney. You may take it as a souvenir.
In that case, thanks.
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows? If not, I do hope you will allow me to tell you about them.
Sé lo que necesito, lo de las pruebas, premios. ¿Qué es lo de los votos?
You say something about vows?
As is our custom, knights make vows to which they hold for the duration of the tourney. Each swears on something which to him represents his most cherished virtue.
Ok. ¿Premios?
Gonna come right out with it. I'm a sucker for prizes.
The winner of each contest shall receive a trophy. Whoever has the best result once all contests have played out shall face last year's champion in a final duel for glory and the title. Should you defeat the reigning champion, the grand prize will be yours. This year, a sword forged especially for this occasion by the one and only Cornelius of Isengard, a famed master weaponsmith.
Una espada, estás diciendo.
Her illustrious
Me
highness had
interesa.
it brought all the way from Nazaire.
Me interesa ese premio.
Feels like I know everything I'd ever want to know about chivalric tourneys.
Splendid.
Voy a coleccionar
In that
ahora las
case,
espadas
you
para
must
decorar
make
luego la
your vow.
casita.
Upon what would you like to swear it?
Por la garza, por el amor de mi amada, por la jarratera, su ilustrísima señoría. Prefiero no hacer ningún voto. Por la garza no entiendo exactamente a qué se refiere. Por la jarretera de su ilustrísima señoría. No sé exactamente qué elegir. Entiendo que tengo que hacer algún voto, ¿no? No tengo ni idea. Prefiero no hacer ningún voto.
Don't feel like making a vow.
Custom allows even for this
Ah,
possibility.
vale, pues ya está.
May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome. Sign here, please, then fill out these forms. That is all I need from you. Now, as arranged by Guillaume, you shall be fitted with appropriate armor for the tourney.
Shiny.
You have also been assigned a tent for the tourney's duration. It stands near the arena. Good luck. How the mighty fall.
Right, Edrica clans, ducks nibbles. The archer, that's what I like. Maybe this.
Geralt, well, I'll be... Have you decided to turn knight-errant? All jesting aside, here on a job. You in the tourney too? Am I? Ha! I shall square off against Renfan of Atre. I saw him just moments ago. A nervous wreck. Stuffing his nose with fish steak, no less. As if that would aid his determination. Guessing that's against the rules. But who's to tell the Nilfgaardian what to do? Listen, Geralt. I've a tip for you. The timing of your marksmanship duel is such that you shall have the sun in your eyes. Makes no difference to me either way. Nor will it give you any pleasure. Since, as it is, we must both wait, play me in a round of Gwent. Should you win, I shall swap with you. To me, a southerner, the sun is no hindrance.
No quiero jugar al Gwent, señor, déjame. No, 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 no.
Thanks. Another time, maybe. Ha! You've denied me some diversion. But at the least, my eyes are in for a treat. Lady Vivienne should...
No quiero jugar al Gwent, gracias. Cualquier cosa menos eso. Vale, campo de tiro.
Fair knights, I salute you. The honor and duty of tourney patron have fallen to me this year. Fight honorably, so that I may bestow upon one of your number the tourney's grand prize. You have sworn your vows. You have readied body and soul. The time has come to test them.
No sé si me darán virotes normales, porque por defecto tengo el virote dividido, que es un virote que al disparar se divide en 3 o en 5. En 3, creo. Entonces no sé si automáticamente me pondrán virotes normales.
Of the Mechtian royal line. His name's quite the mouthful, a true challenge to rhyme. His targets to be hit centrally and true are the ones in blue. Against him new blood, a knight unknown till now. Sir Geralt of Rivia, give us a bow. The targets he must with his quarrels thread are red. May the better man win.
Vale. A ver si no se me olvida ninguno ahora. Los rojos. No me gusta esto de que se dispare una flecha. ¿Qué me queda? ¿Qué me queda? Ya están, ¿no? Vale. Me cuesta mucho ver los que hay bajados y no. Pero eso, tengo puesto por defecto una habilidad. Tengo una habilidad que me permite disparar un segundo virote antes de recargar. Entonces en muchas cosas de estas de puntería me jode mucho porque disparo una flecha sin querer antes de recargar.
Your prize, sir. A crossbow adorned with your crest. I congratulate you.
Thank you, my lady.
Ballesta de Geralt de Rivia. Mi medallón vibra cuando estás cerca. Porque, claro, es que no es humana, ¿verdad? No es humana. Si le digo esto le estoy insinuando como, oye, ¿qué escondes? No eres humana. Pero se lo tengo que decir, o sea, no creo.
Would you tell me about the other prizes?
Alas, I cannot devote more time to you than to the other combatants. I have duties to attend to. Forgive me.
Se lo tengo que decir obligatoriamente esto.
My medallion's vibrating strongly. Can only mean one thing. Magic.
The explanation is disappointing, I'm afraid. The fragrance I use, it's mixed by a sorceress.
To lose to an opponent such as you is a victory of its own. Accept my congratulations as well.
Thanks. Good work.
In the interim, I managed to determine which tent Lady Vivienne occupies. Perhaps you could find a clue within it.
You're right. Vivienne's cursed in some way. Sensed it when she opened the tourney.
In that case, we've no time to lose. Let us go.
Yeah, let's go now.
This is her tent. You must look inside. Search it. I shall hoot like an owl should someone approach.
Claw marks, that's clear. Not sure what beast left them, just that it's big. Jar of concealing ointment.
Thou hast
Powerful
dove's
magic at work
eyes
here.
over Thy locks. Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet. Thy two breasts are like...
Clothing's all dark green and yellow. Seems Yen's not the only one with a fixed color scheme. Oriole feather. Vivienne keep a bird as a pet? No sign of it here, if so. Acei tend to be fond of birds.
Someone approaches. Quickly!
You were supposed to hoot.
We shall speak later. We must return to the tourney now. It's time for the second contest.
Sirs, what seeks you in my lady's tent? Inspiration? Be gone from here. Why were you in there?
Tourney business. Nothing of import.
Vale, carrera, ¿no? Lo de golpear maniquíes y disparar dianas. Entiendo que será eso.
Behold, gallant knights and ladies decorous, gaze at the host assembled before us. Look upon chivalry's best and most storied. Come from far lands, here to seek glory. Hear now their names as I shout them aloud. Savor their titles, of their presence be proud. Halmarin, the Baron of Longfall. Linus of Metina. Rainfarn of Atra. Horm Akaspar of Meikt. Donimir of Troy. Guy de Boisfren, in service to the Duchess. Delwyn of Craigiau. Count Tai of Dondal. Acei of Lyria and Rivia a prince. Geralt of Rivia. For Gregoire of Montgorgon, let out a roaring cheer. The faint fire of silence, tourney champion from last year. Today's winner of contests, his victory to secure,
Ese es el campeón
shall face a Gregoire in a challenge severe.
con el que pelearemos si ganamos.
Does ignorance demand a bard intercede? Does someone need telling how tourneys proceed?
¿Alguien por ignorancia precisa que el bardo interceda? Para que diga las reglas. No.
How dare you enter a tourney for nobly born knights? Your knighthood came through the grace of my mother Meve, Queen of Lyria and Rivia, whom you treacherously deserted mere days later. Your presence here is an offense to my honor.
And yours is an offense to my eyes. If you're done, step aside, Prince.
The tourney's protector, the mate Vivienne. Her beauty entrances both beasts and men.
My heart's greetings, dear knights. May my grace guide you and show you the path of honor, valor, and glory. Accept my wishes of good fortune, sir, and devote all your strength to the tourney, and only it.
The time has come for you, Sir Knight. Mount your steed. Swift be your flight. Ladies and gentlemen of lineage illustrious, Soon steeds shall swarm like ants most industrious. To beat time's passage they'll ride like the gale. What a sight to behold, what a lark, what a tale! Before us Geralt from Rithia come, fast as the wind, bright as the sun.
Vale, se supone que simplemente es contrarreloj.
Go, go.
And he's up. With a thunderous roar, who pounds the ground. No leech
Solo
of
espero no
powers
olvidarme
would make such a
ningún
sound.
target. Ay, Dios, no se me pete el juego ahora. Espérate, voy a... No, tío, o sea, qué momento para... Voy a dejarle un tiempo. Oh, qué momento más oportuno para que se lague. Voy a dejarle un momento que... No sé, que se lo piense. A ver si no me da problemas. No podía laguearse en otro momento. Va. Pero... No, da igual. Los controles son horribles, que ya digo. O sea, es horrible el tema de los controles. Tengo las ballestas. Oh, qué mal. Es por el río. El control con la espada en el caballo es horrible. Y lo de las ballestas tengo puesto que se divida. Tengo el virote dividido. En parte me ayuda, pero tampoco te creas que mucho. Pero bueno, imagino me dará tiempo de sobra, ¿no? Está pensado para... Y la gente en medio también es parte del... Hay dos caminos.
So close! Will he last? Endure and keep pace?
Vale, pues ya está, ¿no? En principio solo he fallado el primer dummy. Pero bueno, ya está, o sea, hay tiempo de sobra, no es difícil. Pero he fallado el primer dummy.
A race of such style, such grace, such speed. To watch was a pleasure, a treat indeed. To honor our entrance, praise each fair night. We shall feast from eve till dawn's first light. The finest of wine and food shall be served. If you've blood in your veins, come collect what's deserved.
I congratulate you. Here, your prize. A saddle adorned with your crest.
Many thanks.
Es
By the way,
fea de cojones.
my maid saw a man
La
with
silla
white
de
hair
montar.
slip out of my tent. Did you know who it might have been?
No idea.
How juvenile.
Ya sabe que nos colamos en la carpa.
Congratulations on your win. In stellar style, no less. Ah, I no longer regret I was not able to participate. Almost.
We must drink to this. Come with me to the feast. We shall await Vivienne together.
Lead the way.
So, any thoughts on Vivienne?
Her beauty's striking.
That is not what I ask.
Still too early to say anything I'd be willing to stand behind. Managed to figure one thing out. She uses powerful magic, masking illusions.
Do you mean to say she might in truth look different than she seems?
Only guessing right now. Found some clues. Got me wondering if your beloved Vivienne's not a Bruxa.
A Bruxa? You mean a vampiress?
Not sure yet.
We've still some time before Vivienne arrives. Let us drink.
¿Por qué no? O sea...
To Vivienne, may you find the means to aid her.
To Vivienne.
When I first laid eyes on her, I finally understood what all those poems and ballads were trying to say.
Love's not poetry alone. Sometimes it's prose. Sometimes it's just plain ugly.
You say that only because you do not know Vivienne as I do. A life with her would be sweetness itself.
Actually, you don't know her all that well either.
Your presence at this tourney is an affront to my honor.
Qué pesado, tío, que
I
sí.
demand satisfaction.
Head to the nearest brothel then.
Coward. Mounted combat in the main arena. I challenge you.
¿Le partimos la cara o qué?
Since you insist, I'm all yours.
You shall bitterly regret deserting my mother's army once I'm done with you.
Si quieres que te parta la cara, yo te la parto. No te
May the
preocupes.
blood I will spill wash away the stain of your cowardice.
Let's get this over with. Quick.
3, 2, 1.
¿Utilizar magia? No, no. Ay, mierda. Ah.
Too late to surrender.
Le he prendido fuego. Le he prendido fuego. Mi espada tiene una habilidad pasiva que tiene un porcentaje de incineración. Y le he metido fuego.
But do not think your cowardice will be forgotten.
Damn it. You still going on about that? Need to clear this up once and for all. Had to abandon your mother's camp back then because someone else needed my help. Badly. Couldn't refuse them. Didn't want to, in fact.
You mean to say you had a secret mission, set off to accomplish it, having vowed to tell no one of its nature, until you did?
Something like that. Minus the vow. And, I'd still rather not divulge the nature of my secret mission. Can you accept that as justification?
In agreeing to duel, you proved yourself a true knight. Thus, I accept your word as that of a man of honor.
Glad to hear it. Now I got work to do.
Así me deja ya en paz el pesado este. Creo que tengo un 5% de probabilidades de incineración o una cosa así. Un 5 o un 10%. Y justo un golpe le doy y le meto el fuego. Y le mato instant.
My heart swells to behold this beautiful celebration of valor and honor, and to witness you, who embody the chivalric virtues in your lives, strive for greatness. Yet, after a time of combat must come a time of peace and respite. Thus, I invite all who fought in the tourney to this feast held in your, and none other's, honor. And should any among you crave solitude, private tents await you nearby. The group melee shall take place on the morrow. Glory shall be within grasp for each and every one of you. The best
El
among you
campeón,
shall
¿no? Que
have
por lo
the
visto es
honor
enorme.
to face our reigning champion, the famed Gregoire de Gourgon, victor of last year's tourney. Celebrate, make merry, revel as you will, yet be mindful of the trial that awaits you tomorrow.
Follow her. We shall meet in your tent before your last contest. You must help her.
That grey-domed scoundrel, ever-seeking Lady Vivienne. Some kind of maniac.